Are having a good Sunday evening. So I'm currently on vacation in Pelee Island, Ontario, Canada. So that's where I am right now. And I'll show you guys the downtown of Pelee Island. So Pelee Island is the most southerly town in Canada. Over here's the Pelee Island Ferry. It's a nice little community, like laid back and stuff like that. It's pretty neat, neat little place. So this ferry, some of them go to mainland Canada and the others go to the US. That's how I got here, is from the US one. You have little Canadian flags right here. Nice little view of Lake Erie with the sunset right there. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna go for a little walk through the town. Ferry's boarding right now. I think that's the last boat for today. Here's the Pelee Island Cone and putt-putt golf area. Get some ice cream there. Here's the flag. Township of Pelee. Municipal office. We have a little gazebo over here. There's the town post office right there. Looks like the ferry's getting ready to leave. Here's the Westview Tavern.
A bunch of riffraffs.
What's that?
A couple riffraffs.
No, not this time. Here's the old town hall, which is now the Heritage Center Museum. You have a phone booth right here. You don't see those that often. Town Hall 1911. So if you're just joining the live stream, I'm currently in Pelee Island, Canada right now. Most southerly town in Canada. There's the Pelee Island ferry right there. Here's the sign. Happy home to Canada's most southern community. Here's a little view of Lake Erie and some of the Lake Erie Islands. Over there is Put-in Bay, which is in the United States, and that tower right there is the Perry's Victory Monument from the War of 1812. Here's a map right here of the islands. So we're currently right here in Pelee. There's South Bass Island where Put-in Bay is, Middle Bass, etc., Kelly's Island. And then Sandusky's down this way. Habitats of Pelee. Over here you can rent some carts right here, golf carts. Definitely a nice little area. Canada's most southerly town. There's the flag. Nice classic truck right here. So off in that distance is Kelly's Island in the U.S. Like I said, the Bass Islands over here also in the U.S. There's an old trolley over here. Definitely a nice, pleasant evening. A little on the warm side, but it's still pretty good. Hey, Banana Joe, how are you doing? Hello from Pelee Island, Canada. There's Lake Erie. And there's the Pelee Island Ferry. It looks like it's going to be leaving soon. I think that's the last boat of the night. Definitely a nice little town. The smallest, not small, sorry, most southerly town in Canada. So this ferry that you see over here goes either to the Canadian mainland or it will take you to the US. So we're heading back through town again. If you haven't seen much of the downtown yet, I'll show you it on the way back. Getting ready to head out. Got a seagull right here. So we're coming up on the old town hall, which is now the Island Heritage Center Museum. Here's the sign for the museum. You know, I didn't look on the other side to see if the other side was in French. Yep, it is. So there's the sign right there in French. Here's an old phone booth right here. They have a Canadian 150th flag right there. So here's the museum. I'll be going in there either tomorrow or Tuesday. Here's the Westview Tavern again. Going in the gazebo. Ferry's taken off. So here's the municipal office and then the post office. We have a little beach right here. Here's the Pelee Island Coneheads again, and then also the putt-putt golf area. There's the putt-putt over there. Looks like the ferry is heading north back towards the mainland of Canada. Beautiful sunset right there. So there's the ferry again. We'll continue walking along the shore for a little bit, and then we'll wait for the ferry to get close enough so that you guys can see it again. And there's the ferry. Heading back to mainland Canada. With a nice sunset right there. It's pretty neat. supposed to have good weather for the next few days. It's nice sunny today, Monday, Tuesday, and then might rain a little bit on Wednesday, but that's okay because we're heading back on Wednesday. There's the ferry again. You know, I just noticed this right here. I forget what they call these things, but it's like an Inuit stone statue type thing. You see them a lot throughout Canada. I know they have a bigger one here on the island, about a couple miles to the north of here, so I'll show you that as well. Got the shoreline with the ferry. So if you're just joining the live stream, currently in Pelee Island, Canada for my summer trip. So over here we have a little bench, and then we have a little plant with a Canadian flag right here. That is. Oh yeah, no kidding. No kidding. That's right. Got a Canadian flag birdhouse right here. There goes the ferry heading back towards the mainland of Canada. Last ferry of the day. We'll continue ahead a little bit further. So Pelee Island is the most southerly inhabited place in Canada. So the little town I just showed you earlier, that's the most southerly town in the entire country. There's an island off the shore about 2-3 miles to the south called Middle Island. Technically, that's the most southerly place in Canada, but it's uninhabited. It's a bird sanctuary. Right here's the most southernly inhabited place in Canada. So you have the shores of Lake Erie right here, and then in the interior of the island's a lot of farmland. There's a cornfield off that way, a hay field. That sunset looks incredible right there. I don't know how well you can see it, but way off in the distance, there's a tanker. I don't know if it's an oil tanker or a boat that carries cargo, but it's way off there on the distance. When I was taking my ferry in earlier, we saw one about 10, 15-ish miles away. Alright, we'll take a look right here, and then we'll end the live stream. There's the port again. That's neat right there. And there's the ferry right over there. But that about wraps it up for this video. I'll bring you guys some more content while I'm here, and then also a special video will also be made of the trip. So in the meantime, please like the video, please comment on the video, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.